Marvin, $10 goes, do women think it's acceptable for the woman to have a higher body count / sex experience than the man for marriage? This is a good question. Ladies, do you think it's acceptable for a woman to have a higher sexual partner count than her man for marriage? We can start here and then work our way.
No.
Why not, you sexist?
I mean, a woman, I don't know, like, well, I'm speaking of myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not, like, I always been the type of girl who's been in long relationships. Okay. So my body count is very low. I wouldn't be able to be intimate with someone like I don't know. Like, I don't know, like, who the hell wants to drive a, like, 1988 beat up Honda Civic with high mileage? You know what I mean? Like,
right. Beat up Honda Civic. Okay.
And then,
thanks.
your body's like a temple, like, it's just, I don't know.
All right. Do you think it's acceptable for a woman to have a higher body count than her man in a marriage?
I would say no. It's not because when it comes to marriage, I think that men are the one that choose their wives. It's kind of like not the other way around. Like, we don't go find our husband; they find us. Mm-hmm. So I think a guy would prefer. Actually, I'm pretty sure for the most part, 9 times out of 10, a guy would prefer a girl with less mileage. Just so you know what I'm saying, it's very like a girl with high mileage. I would say it's very hard to get them to be a normal. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you live that lifestyle where you have sex with 500 dudes, you're not gonna be the same as a normal girl that's probably might have been with one guy. You get me what I'm saying? Yeah. It's just a different lifestyle, a different vibe. You get me? The vibe changes after that many.
All right, you're a bigot.
You're a bigot. All right.
You think so?
Yeah, you're a bigot. All right. What about you? What do you think?
Can you repeat the question?
The question is, do you think it's acceptable for a woman to have a higher body count than her husband?
No. Because
No?
I feel
Why
like when you're, like, I guess when you're married to someone, especially, like, being a wife, you have a responsibility. And I feel like you want to, like, make your husband proud and kind of be his kind of, like, like, you don't want your husband to be, like, ashamed of you and, like, okay, there's a guy that pops up and he slept with you and now you're his wife, and it's just, you want to kind of, like, support and keep yourself.
What about you? What do you think?
I don't think it's acceptable for a woman to have a higher body count than her man, because a man is supposed to have experience and know his way around a woman's body. A woman doesn't necessarily have to know everything about what a man likes sexually. And also because when it comes to being a mother, you want to be a role model for your kids.
All right. Cool. What about you? What do you think?
I think it's not acceptable, no.
Damn. You guys are a bunch of bigots, man. Where were y'all on the last panel? Fuck, man.
Literally.
All right. So why no?
I just think it's kind of trashy to be sleeping around, and then
Trashy?
if you're,
God damn.
well, I'm being honest, and if
It's
your
fucked up.
boyfriend, well, is it though? Yeah, exactly. Because if you're with a man, and this is exactly what she said, and if you realize, oh, this many men have been in you, like entering you, penetrating you, I think it's a very different scenario. Whereas if a guy has slept with many women, you would never, my personal opinion, if you meet a guy and he says he's a virgin, would you still sleep with him? No.
Yeah, it's kind of tough.
Right?
Ladies, would you sleep with a guy if he said he was a virgin?
Yes. Honestly, yeah.
Really?
You would?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes,
no, I
I've
don't
dated
wanna deal with
virgins.
You just date it? Just date it.
Wait, did you take his virginity?
Where are they now?
So she didn't fuck him then. She dated when she didn't take his virginity. So
No,
that tells you.
I'm very respectful.
That's cap.
All right, well.
That's
If
cap.
you like he didn't want to smash,
My point proven.
No, I mean, maybe he wanted to, but
but you didn't want to.
Yeah, you didn't want
That's
to.
the point.
No, I liked our relationship. I liked how delicate
Yeah,
it was.
Oh,
Oh,
She liked
good
it
boy, good
platonic.
boy.
Platonic only.
Stay in the house.
Makes a lot of sense.
Good boy.
You do a fantastic job of not making sense. But all right. So you were saying?
Well, she just proved my point.
Yeah.
You wouldn't sleep with a man that is a virgin, because if he can't find the G-spot after 10 women, what makes you think he's going to find one after none?
Okay.
There you go.
Fantastic.
Well said.
What about you? Do you think woman having more bodies than her husband is good or bad?
I mean, I think it's bad. I would say, like, in a perfect world, you'd have the same body count or, like, none. That's impossible. I think it just comes down to, his perspective, your perspective, again, it's all a perspective thing and like what you want out of the relationship and like what you're okay with.
So why is it bad though?
To me, I mean, it's like a societal thing, and I just would prefer to have a smaller number. That way I don't feel like, oh, like I'm a slut, you know? And it really is a societal thing. It
Like
really
you said a
is.
second ago, be true to yourself.
Yeah, be true to yourself. Be true to yourself. And, you know, but like, and be comfortable. And if he's okay, if for some reason you have a higher number, then
Be true to yourself.
Be true to yourself.
Do what you want. Do what you want.
Yeah, maybe she wants to live life on the edge.
YOLO.
Maybe.
Why should she
But yeah,
conform to
I
your
mean,
society standards?
I would prefer to have a smaller number, just to be honest. But I think, yeah, if he's okay with you having a higher number, that's a you thing. That's a couple decision.
Interesting. All right, what about you? Do you think a wife should have a higher body count than her husband?
No, I don't. I feel as though the wife is basically a prize. You're like a package for your husband. How do you like it if like your Amazon Prime package comes caved in?
Okay. That's a very good. Way better than mine.
Somebody's been in this package before.
That's pretty good, actually.
That was actually
like
pretty funny. Okay, all right. What about you, Ms. Venezuela? Do you think the wife should have more bodies than her husband?
How you really know how much body counts do the other person have?
Very good question.
Behaviors.
You can tell the actions, though.
Behaviors. But in general, what do you think? If like
The
let's
vibe changes.
let's say your son was gonna get with a woman and you knew that her body count was pretty damn high, probably higher than his because he was a good boy. What would you do? Would you be okay with that?
He was really a good boy. Was he?
Yes. He was a church guy. He wanted to, live a good life. He wasn't, running around banging a bunch of girls. But the girl that he gets with was a former stripper or dancer or some shit.
All right. I really think that I believe that women have to preserve themselves.
Okay.
And it's not nice to be fucking everyone around, I believe.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. They'll preserve themselves. All right. What about you, Miss CDC?
Yes.
Besides diseases.
I agree with all the ladies besides the disease and
So why should women not have more bodies than her husband?
because I felt like you
March.
shouldn't. I want to piggyback on what she said. I wouldn't want other people to be pointing at me. Let's say if we're in public, and I'm a very private person. I can only speak for myself.
We know.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Question for you.
Yes.
How does someone adequately avoid STDs? I know this is very common
Not
sense,
having
but, like,
sex.
Could you tell how does you adequately avoid STDs?
Well, I would say being monogamous.
Ask your friend.
So be monogamous, right?
Yeah.
Thank you. So one man. There you go.
All right.
Condom don't protect you 100%.
Facts.
Yeah.
Only 99.
And also, I know a lot of people are not educated about PrEP,
Yeah, we
but that only protect you from getting HIV. Yeah. Which is, that's something that they putting out now, like, we want a lot of people to get on PrEP and stuff, but because there's no cure for HIV.
Yeah, it's not.
But you can also get other stuff like hepatitis, syphilis, herpes.
So, question: do you get blowjobs? I'm curious. I mean,
Oh my
hey,
gosh,
she's
that was
worried about.
out of pocket. Really out of pocket.
You ever like, you know,
Listen,
I have a question.
just have it at it.
By the way, blowjob.
Turns me on, you know? Like, that's a good question, though. I mean, come on, like, you never give it like a random blowjob? That's a good question.
There's a theory
I
that
need
says,
to answer his question.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Facts.
Yes.
Hey, there you go.
I
man.
knew that was coming.
Another thing is, there's a theory that says you can get STDs from blowjobs.
You
How true is
can.
that?
You can. Yes.
Is it common?
Yes, because it's bodily fluid. So yeah, you can.
Bodily fluid.
Oh my god.
Bodily fluid.
Because I know some guys are like, you know what? I want to
See, that's
smash,
why you don't want to do this shit in Miami.
the
man.
girl,
Yeah,
but I'll get
you
a
don't.
blowjob because it's safer. That's what they say.
No.
No.
I have a
No.
question.
Damn.
Yeah, but I
Thank
want to
you.
answer his question. So being in the lab, like, reviewing labs and, you see people having leisures and
Okay, all right.
so
We done with that. We're done that.